Hello, welcome to my live stream. Today we're going to be talking about the Sitecore 10.NET developer certification. So just some disclaimers, um, fair use, um, fairly fair use on the presentation, um, and just some disclaimers. This presentation is based on my knowledge of working in the IT industry and of course preparing for this exam. So hope just to share my tips and tricks and thoughts on the exam with yourself, the viewer. So just a quick overview of this stream. We've got the Sitecore 10.NET developer exam details, whereby I will do an overview of some knowledge areas to prepare for the Sitecore 10.NET developer certification. And then I'll go on to the topics. So what exactly does the exam test for? And then I'll end with some preparation. So um, just some knowledge sections for you to prepare with and to take away. So the exam itself, duration is 100 minutes. There's 50 questions in total, um, with it being multiple choice. Um, I believe it was the single select, single select. Possible results are either pass or fail. Um, the passing score is 80% or 40 out of 50 or above. So the minimum you can get is 40, and then the maximum you can get is 50 in order to pass this exam. The location of the exam is online, so you can go to Web Accessor or an online platform to sit the exam. And at the moment, it's 350 USD, American dollars. So the topics, so what the exam covered, 12% of the exam is concentrated on cycle structure and the platform. So if you have knowledge of previous versions of Sitecore, 7, 8, and 9, for example, it does help a lot. Then we've got security and user management. So again, if you have previous knowledge of the platforms, that definitely helps as well. You've got item management, layouts and placeholders, component controls and renderings, Sitecore content serialization and containers. So the last two ones, the 10% and the 6%, Sitecore content serialization and containers, those two are slightly new topics which are exclusive to this exam. So definitely worth going over these topics on the learning platform with Sitecore. And finally, I just want to go over some exam prep. So of course you've got the security, understanding about the rights and permissions assigned to users. So next we've got the workflows. So understanding that before something is published, going through that system to check the content. Then we've got BP, best practice, understanding to utilize the standard values on templates, so that you have values there by default. Then we've got tokens, understanding the 7 default tokens. Check out my blog post if you haven't already, where I go into more detail about tokens in Sitecore. But these are some default values that are created out of the box when you create an item from a template, and it helps basically the content editors, so they don't have to do repetitive tasks or repeat the similar activities. We've got the field sections, so grouping related fields together in a logical fashion. So this helps with field management and managing an item. We've got, of course, template inheritance. So just be aware of these best practices. If you're try not to repeat yourself when you're making templates, try to inherit as you would in your code as well. So the same rules apply. Got the drop list versus multi-list as well. So one of them, the former, is about just choosing one, where the multi-list you can have many. We've got the placeholders as well, placeholder key, understanding exactly about that, having unique content across your site. Then we've got the serialization tools, which is something that Sitecore's been working on. We've got the CLI, command line interface, or Sitecore for Visual Studio, but regardless of which ones or which tool your developer in your team wants to use, they're cross-compatible with each other, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, these are just some quick points that I would suggest you to have a look over when you're preparing for this exam, because that definitely helped me. So just and again, don't forget to visit Sitecore. They've got a dedicated learning platform where you can go through the modules one by one and also do some practice papers as well. So yeah, for any questions, reach out to Sitecore, the vendor themselves. We've got a fantastic support team that actually help with any issues that you may have, and they're very responsive as well. I have to say that. And reach out to your Sitecore partners, whether that's locally or internationally. Check the Sitecore website for Sitecore partners available. Again, also you can reach out to maybe a Sitecore certified professional. So feel free to do that. If you have any questions or queries about the exam, then you can also email me. I have passed this exam, so I can give some tips and tricks and insights in terms of how I was able to pass this exam. I'd highly recommend doing this exam because Sitecore 10 is the future of Sitecore. It's going to be around until 2029, so definitely check it out. Check out my blog post as well, which is isnmydev.wordpress.com for just the latest blogs, tips and tricks and insights. Alright, I'll be seeing you in the next stream.